Hi, I'm Kristen White here at the Be Legendary event in Tampa, Florida, and I'm here with Steve Greenspan, the poison ivy expert. Steve, what's itching you these days?
Good morning. Well, first of all, I want to give you the secret handshake and say welcome to the club.
Exactly.
And if you've ever had the rite of passage, you've probably had poison ivy at some point in your life. I did. And that's kind of what got me into the business in the first place. So not knowing what the plant looked like, I had a bad rash that covered my entire body. I almost died from it.
Wow.
And looking at that as a business model, I realized that I'm not alone. That there are millions of people, literally millions of people who suffer the same thing that I do, as well as the anxiety of not knowing how to properly identify the plant so as to avoid coming in contact. And that became my business. So that years later, as I matured into an adult, I realized that many people need to have a service provided where we come in and physically get rid of the plant by taking it off of your property. And we used to do chemical, but we all know what the hazards are of toxic chemicals today. So I gave up my chemical dependency on using toxic pesticides, and we now do organic poison ivy removal, where we physically come in, get rid of the plants. Results are immediate, they're effective, 100% safe, and guaranteed against regrowth.
Now, Steve, I know that you have a secret weapon to get rid of some of this poison ivy. Would you be willing to share that secret weapon with us?
Well, I don't know, but if you promise not to tell all of your friends, just some of your best friends, we use goats.
Goats.
And in certain circles, I'm also known as a goat pimp. And not to give the wrong connotation to that, but goats love, or my kids love, eating poison ivy. They actually have the affinity to spot it over all the other foliage, and they'll eat that first if they're given a choice.
Now, Steve, you are a classic example of someone who's gone into a business in a very tight niche. What would you say to other business owners who are afraid to get in that narrow zone?
It's actually the best thing you could possibly do, because because it's so narrow and we go deep. We've covered all the bases. We've developed soap to help remove the poison ivy. We've developed skin protection to protect you if you're going out into the woods or to do gardening. We've developed itch relief mechanisms and devices that help you solve the itch riddle without you resorting to drugs.
Is it like that back scratcher with the fingers?
No, actually we have one of those too out of bamboo.
The plastic ones?
Yeah, the bamboo ones. Collapsible, fits in your pocket. But in all seriousness, we actually have a device that uses heat that dissipates over your skin when you rub it, and it actually stops the itch.
Wow.
And we also provide for you, in case you're not sure of what the plant looks like, an identification service where you can physically send us a photograph digitally, and we'll confirm for you whether or not it's poison ivy.
So soap, goats, and heat. You've got it covered, Steve.
We sure do. We're just itching to meet you.
Thank you so much for being here at Be Legendary in Tampa, and what a great expert you are. Thank you.
Thank you.